Like crotch, really?
Everyone loves it.
You spelled it wrong. That's like crooch.
Really?
No, it's crotch core. Crotch core.
Are you sure? I thought I spelled it right.
Crotch? No, you spelled it with a U.
Yeah.
You spelled it with a U. There's no U.
Is
There's no U. There's no U.
Wait.
There's no U in the word crotch.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You would know.
Yes, I would. Okay, and we're gonna get into the game as we see. Danny names Jabberwocky have a team of Landers, Kangaskhan, Togekiss, Aegis Slash, Volcarona, and Motor Wash. And Chris is going to have Politoed, Seismitoad, yes, Seismitoad, Aegis Slash, Salamence, Thunderous Therian, and Clefable. Are you going to get
So,
up?
Jabberwocky, I do remember seeing his team before.
Yes, actually, me and Jabberwocky actually had very similar teams when we battled round 2 with Swiss. Jabberwocky did top 4 Massachusetts with this team this past weekend, so I wouldn't be too surprised if a Premier Challenge win.
Now let's talk about Chris's team. Now, Seismitoad, obviously not a common Swiss swim we usually see. It does get Swiss swim. It is actually pretty good because you do not get affected by Thunder Wave, which is usually how players like to handle.
Very true. I guess it's better than the Polo in some ways.
I'm guessing its item would be a Assault Vest.
I would probably look at this team. It's probably Life Orb because I do remember the Thunderous Therian being specs from when I talked to him. As we're going to see a Kangaskhan Volcarona lead against a Salamence Aegis Slash.
Now, that's a very interesting lead. I'm surprised that Danny is old enough to lead Volcarona against a rain team.
He is, but it's also nuts. So at a certain time, even with rain, Heatwave will still be doing pretty good.
Is it Focus Ash?
No, it's Lumberry.
Lumberry. Oh, I guess. It does get rid of Thunderous Thunder Wave. Now,
Well, no, it's Thunderous Theory.
no, I mean like any Thunderous Thunder Wave.
Oh, yeah.
So we got many options. Salamence can opt for Dragon Dance here. Aegis Slash can go for, I don't know, I don't think it wants to Wild Guard in my King Shield.
I would probably... I know that the Volcarona's only fire type move is Heat Wave. As we're going to see the switch out into Politoed.
That does make a lot of sense.
It does. And it's also really strong here. It's going to weaken a potential Heat Wave, which I would probably expect here, or Quiver Dance.
I would probably expect Quiver Dance and Fake Out, to be honest.
I do not remember if Kangaskhan is running Fake Out.
I'm pretty sure we run.
Yeah, it is running Fake Out. So here, I would probably Fake Out the Salamence and Quiver Dance.
Yeah, now I wonder if Salamence protects. Probably doesn't. Probably
Tries to go for a Dragon Dance. We see the Fake Out onto Salamence because it Mega Evolved, so it would have been on the We're going to see Salamence flinch and the Quiver Dance from Volcarona.
Yeah, but I don't think it's doing much. Do you remember its stab moves for Volcarona?
It is Bug Buzz and Heat Wave.
It's Bug Buzz? That's not going to be hitting a Salamence hard at all. Kangaskhan's at -1. This Salamence is pretty bulky right here, and you can even tell.
You can. It has 202 HP, which
that's a lot.
It is a very good amount.
That's almost max.
Yeah, I think it is max.
No. I think it's like 204.
Okay, so it's near 204. Mine personally ran 164.
Same. Yeah. Politoed's also very bulky. You can tell because it has max HP.
It does have max HP.
It has the options to skull. Now, we don't know what Chris is running as Politoed. Could be like a Parasong or...
If it was maybe Choice Scarf, which actually would make sense here with the teams.
It's not Choice Scarf Politoed, most likely. Max HP on this Choice Scarf Politoed. That really makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, true. So... we could just see a Bug Buzz and a Double Edge into...
Yeah, the Protect does make sense.
Yeah, it does. Stops a potential skull. I guess he's scouting for a potential scarf. But
Salamence making a better play. Dragon Dance. Now, this is Kangaskhan of Ice Punch. Probably won't care on Salamence.
It does not have Ice Punch. It has...
just straight for the Double Edge.
Yeah, just go straight for the Double Edge onto Salamence.
Which is really bulky, not even taking half after that Fake Out.
It is at -1, however. So, as we're going to see the Scald into Volcarona.
Kind of interesting. I think he would Scald the Kangaskhan. I think he predicted the Quiver Dance, but I don't think he decided to make it all the way.
Honestly, here, the Salamence can't really do too much. No, the Salamence is in a very good position here because it's at +1. It has its choice to knock out whichever Pokemon it wants to. I would probably knock out the Kangaskhan, as the Kangaskhan is more of a threat than the Volcarona.
Yeah, but Double Edge plus Sucker Punch will probably knock out the Salamence. I don't think he wants to lose Salamence quite yet. Does he have Roost? That's the question. He might have Earthquake, he might have Roost.
I think he was running Earthquake. I'm not entirely sure, though, because I talked to him before even. So,
I mean, Earthquake, it's not necessary. You got Seismitoad for ground coverage.
very true, but I think it was running Earthquake. I'm not entirely sure.
Or we could see like a Roost from Salamence to avoid the Sucker Punch.
We could, as we see the return into Volcarona. I'm not
Now,
too sure.
Flame Body.
Flame Body could be a thing.
No, it doesn't get it.
And Double Edge into the Kangaskhan. Oh, yeah, into the Salamence. If I was in... Oh, and it hangs on. If I was in Chris's position here, I most likely would have returned into the Kangaskhan. Because it really seems like the Kangaskhan was more of a threat.
I mean, I guess he might have been worried if Kangaskhan was kind of like a protect as well.
So fake out air. I really want to see that.
I've seen quite a few players in 1900s with protected fake outs. Weird option, but it works.
I guess. Here,
Rotom Wash comes out.
Rotom Wash does come out. Rotom Wash is actually in a great position because the Kangaskhan can just sucker punch Salamence and Rotom Wash can just thunderbolt. It's not
Now, Salamence has Roost, he'll be in a very
Salamence has Roost. He'll be in an amazing. He'll be in an amazing position.
Kangaskhan's also in Scald range, so he really probably has to let Kangaskhan go down, and
He does.
that's quite bad. He's down 4-3 right now. Kangaskhan can fade from one attack,
He'll fake from any attack at this point, right?
except like an Ice Beam in case of predicted switch. The Politoed's going to withdraw.
Politoed's gonna switch. I guess not wanting to take the not wanting to take the
Seismitoad hits the field. Now that is an interesting shiny, fancy.
shiny. As we see the return go into Kangaskhan, predicting, Danny probably predicting that he didn't have that. Probably predicting that he had Roost.
Or maybe he doesn't have Sucker Punch.
He does have Sucker
Wait, he
Punch.
does?
He does. My notes are bad. But they're representative of the
Alright,
standard.
Aegislash comes out here. Now, Rotom,
It's not.
now Seismitoad, it probably has Swiss Swim, right? So Hydro Pump does do a lot of damage to Seismitoad in the rain.
Here I would have just returned into Rotom. It's gonna do a great amount.
Not even Citrus Berry.
Yes, I do remember that. I did not get to see the item on it because the Toadger's case actually has Citrus Berry.
Seismitoad does have the Life Orb items. So
And it has Earth Power, so that means it's special. As we're going to see the Hydro Pump into Seismitoad. Will it pick up the KO? It will pick up the
Is that
KO.
Life Orb or Choice Specs?
No, it's not.
Life Orb.
It's Life Orb. I did not see that when we battled.
I actually would see Life Orb on Rotom Wash. I actually read a very similar team to Danny. It pretty much had the same text, honestly. Except the Volcarona, I think I had like a Giga Drain instead of Bug Buzz.
Yes, sure, Pin the House. We do know that Golduck did reach the finals of a Singapore region.
Aegislash reveals leftovers, so I think Chris is just getting the information straight out. I think he's getting more information than Danny.
I definitely think that Chris is in the terms of the battle, he's in a horrible position. But in terms of information, Chris is doing amazing right now.
Actually, yeah, Chris is doing. I mean, he's got 2 Pokemon left, Aegislash, and this should seal up the game, really.
It really should. Unless if the Politoed is faster than the Rotom, which I doubt it is, this could actually be a very good situation.
It really just depends on what the Aegislash is good for, but Rotom's going to protect.
Protect. That's interesting. I guess
Probably forcing the Aegislash to go into the blade form.
he's going to.
But if there's a substitute,
There's a substitute coming out. Although I would say Wide Guard would make more sense.
maybe Politoed will reveal a surprise encore. It's possible. But we're going to see the Scald
Scald
into
into
Aegislash.
Aegislash.
And just a Shadow Ball probably into the Rotom.
Probably.
So I think Danny, even though he made the obvious play, it was a really good play for him.
And it also gives him more leftovers, so I doubt it, but it could potentially take a Scald.
I don't think Scald KOs the Aegislash, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bulky Politoed, I doubt it, really, to be honest. Maybe Scald plus Burn, but otherwise, I think the Rotom's in a great position. He's actually going to stance change the Aegislash. So if Danny goes for a Thunderbolt and a substitute, he actually might possibly win this game.
He will win the game, but there's not really too much that he could do. So we're going to see the Thunderbolt into Politoed.
How bulky is his Politoed? It's bulky enough. It does live the
Bulky enough to
Thunderbolt.
live.
Now,
It doesn't
let's see.
reveal the Citrus Berry. It does reveal the Citrus Berry.
Now, who does he Scald? If he Scalds the Rotom, I think that's a guaranteed win for him.
It is. If he scalds the... No matter what, right here. Unless it doesn't knock out the Aegis.
I don't think about. Oh, he did target that. And
It
well,
doesn't knock out the Aegis.
Now, did Aegislash target the Politoed? Shadow Ball into
And
the
he
Poly.
did, and that will most likely be a win.
Oh, but Politoed
It
survives. By like.
But the Thunderbolt will not. It didn't really matter too much from what it looks like. Because because the Thunderbolt will go out onto Politoed, the Shadow Ball will go into Aegislash.
Of course, Danny could just make a safe play and double protect again.
He could.
Lycor didn't make cut. This is a really good game, actually. I think both players are swinging the momentum around.
They are. They're trying to get as much information as possible right now. And I definitely think that even though it's more of an information game, they're playing really well. I mean,
it really just depends on these moves. I mean, does Rotom just target the Aegislash? Double target the Aegislash?
I think double targeting the Aegislash is probably his best play. If Rotom and Politoed are the last two Pokemon on the field, then Danny wins. But
the rain is also about to expire, so Danny might try to stall out the rain, so Skull won't knock out the Aegislash.
he very well may. As we see the Protect on Politoed and the Protect on Rotom.
Now, I wonder if Chris actually has substitute on the Aegislash, and he's going to go for it this turn.
We have not seen an item yet because Aegislash is at full HP, so...
Looks kind of an interesting spread because it looks like it minimizes hail damage, but we are just going to see a Sand Change and probably Shadow Ball into one of the Pokemon that protected.
As we see the Shadow Ball.
So,
this is going to become a protected.
I think this actually happened a lot. Didn't you mention that you versus Jody Azzarelli, then you guys were like Aegislash, King Shield?
Yeah, it came down to my Aegislash and Pokemon against his Mega Salamence.
And he basically kept King Shielding, attacking.
Yeah, King Shield attack, he would put his tactics on the turns I would attack both my Pokemon. I'd King Shield with the Aegislash on the turn, he would break for 3 minutes.
Yeah, so basically the players are in the same position as they were, except the Aegislash is in blade form.
Okay, so they have 4 minutes.
I mean, this game's probably going to be over in 3, to be honest. We do see the front of the Politoed, that's going to be a knockout.
I'm not too sure I agree with Thunderbolting the Politoed, because if the Aegislash goes down here, then Rotom versus Aegislash.
But Aegislash and King Shield, that's a bold move. We're going straight for a Shadow Ball onto the Aegislash. That's probably going to win.
That's going to win Chris the game.
No, unless a Hydro Pump.
Oh yeah, unless the Hydro Pump crits. Rain does not end this turn.
So,
Rain may end this turn.
we saw Citrus Berry, so
No,
no
we
Danfro.
didn't see.
Politoed.
Oh, Politoed, yes.
King Shield, stalling out that last minute rain. I don't think Danny cares Will-O-Wisp because it's Life Orb.
I think he has Hidden Power Ice. I'm not entirely
I'm pretty sure you would have Hidden Power Ice. As rain does stop, so
sure.
I don't think a crit Hydro Pump
Even a
would
crit
fail.
probably wouldn't knock it out here.
But he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it.
Maybe if he had Thunder Wave here, he could have.
Yeah, or maybe like a Trick.
Trick, yes. As we're going to see Chris take the game 1-0.
Excellently played games by both players. So guys, no viewer discussions anymore because
Okay,
Josh
yeah.
is leaving.
I don't believe anything Nick says.
Yeah, don't believe anything he says.
Okay, so I'm hopping out. I'm hopping out. You guys will get Al McKenzie. So, oh yeah,
It's got cancer.
oh yeah, it is.
Alright, you want to start with this? You want to start with the teams that they have? Alright. Nick took the teams. Oh, no. His team will be on screen. We got it. No, we got it. It's on the screen.
So in the last match we saw, it ended up being a duel between Rotom Aegislash and then Aegislash and Politoed. Heavy rain for Chris, but Danny came back and almost had it again. So
I mean, I really like the seismic mode by Chris. I mean, it's a very... I don't think many players know what it does. Of course, I don't know. The Life Orb does make sense. And, I don't know, I feel like he has no good way to handle Ludicolo other than Salamence. But, of course, that's just my opinion.
oh, by the way, they're asking how you did.
Wait.
Yeah, how you did.
How I did?
Yeah.
Basically, I went 3-3. I would have thought I could have actually won my last match, unfortunately. Imprisoned Landers was amazing. Heat Wave, Fast Charizard was not.
Charizard has let me down this entire season. I understand.
Yeah. I also probably could have won the games because Double Rock Slide missed. my opponent got double rock slide miss, and I would have KO'd
And
it.
it seems that they're actually looking at the information they have because it's taken a while from picks, so they're probably looking at the notes from the previous match and trying to make a really good decision.
No, you saw the match, right? How would you adjust if you were Danny here?
Well, first of all, I would make sure that Aegis Slash is alone and the Polito, or it doesn't have a partner with it as long as it did, because that seemed the longer that Polito stayed alive, the more Aegis Slash could distract him, and it seemed at the end, especially if he gets stuck between those four again, he's got to focus on the Polito and even let Aegis Slash die a little earlier than letting Life Orb take him out. Because in the end, the Life Orb damage did as much damage almost as Polito.
Game 2.
You can see the Kangaskhan and Togekiss come out on Danny's side. Salamence and Polito will be entering the battle.
Quite a bulky lead from Chris. His Salamence has proven to be bulky. The Polito is obviously bulky. The Intimidate also is just increasing the bulk of both these Pokemon. Now, Kangaskhan and Togekiss, very, very big lead that I'm very familiar with. Now, Danny has so many options. He could predict the double protect, go for the power up punch, tailwind play. He can follow me and power up punch himself. He can just go for fake out tailwind in general. So many good plays that Danny has a lot of options. While Chris, I think he has the lower end of the options. He can, I don't know, we haven't seen Polito's moveset. We've seen Scald and Protect pretty much. We don't know if it's carrying like Encore, which maybe it can Encore the Togekiss into Tailwind.
I mean, you see the Kangaskhan with draw, really good move that is already nerfed. And Rotom's going to come out now.
That's a really good switch for Danny. I mean, Rotom Wash is obviously a very bulky
I'm
Pokemon.
probably expecting the Scald to run off on the Polito.
And since it's Life Orb, it's probably carrying Power Ice, so it probably will knock out the Salamence. Depending on its best one.
So I see the return here. I was actually expecting a Dragon Dance. He does take off just under
Togekiss going for that challenge, so that's really big for Danny right here. 3 turns, that's good speed. You got the Scald coming into the Rotom. That does a lot. Critical hit, maybe? No, not even a critical.
No, it's the Rain Boost too, and it's probably, it could be Specs. Did it reveal Citrus last time?
Yeah, Polito Citrus Berry. Now, because he can pretty much double target either one of these Pokemon and get a knockout. You could also go for Air Slash Flinch.
And the speed advantage, really. You could honestly.
Polito's going to protect. Let's see if Rotom Wash goes for Hidden Power Ice onto this Salamence. It is going to go for the Hidden Power. It might even KO, depends on the investment. But if it doesn't even knock
It's
out.
going to double up, though, into the Salamence. That's the thing.
Air Slash into the Politoed. We see the return.
Yeah, and that's going to take down the Rotom. They do enough damage, though, with these 2 extra turns of Tailwind to put a lot of pressure onto it.
Yeah. I think Danny just made the right call. Of course, it didn't really work out, but I still think it's really good for.
Because now he can fake out even expecting.
I think it's still really good for Chris because you just lost the Rotom Wash. That's pretty much your big way to counter the Politoed and probably the Seismitoad. Salamence is going to withdraw. Doesn't want to take a fake out or Sucker Punch. Going to go into Aegislash. Really good switch for Chris. Kangaskhan's going to Mega Evolve here. Now, the question is, does it go for a Fake Out? I kind of doubt it since you're on Tailwind. You might Power Punch and Air Slash here. Maybe Power Punch into the Aegislash.
He just goes for the Fake Out, and it does hit the Politoed, which means it's actually predicted the switch. A really good play on Danny's part.
A critical hit on the Fake Out. That actually does matter because one return will probably knock out now.
And he does go for the Aegislash there.
Now, this Aegislash isn't leftover, so it might be weakness policy. Could be safety
And
goggles.
what he could do right now is, next turn, let the Aegislash attack. It's probably going to attack the Togekiss here with maybe a Flash Cannon, and then go for the straight Sucker Punch, but get rid of that Politoed now before anything else happens.
Honestly, I think I really like Danny's position here because Chris doesn't have really heavy offensive pressure. Salamence is really weak, and
He knows the moment he switches it back in, he's going to get Sucker Punch or the Tailwind Salt. It's gone.
Danny has followed me, and we're probably going to see some mind games with Sucker Punch and King Shield. It really just depends on these two players. But go to straight.
Double is going to go right into that Politoed. See how much damage that actually
Probably will knock it out.
That is going to knock it out one hit even.
That's good. That's good for Danny because he takes less recoil.
Is it an Air Slash? Or is it carrying Thunder Ray? Is he revealing it?
No, we just seen Air Slash and Tailwind. So we're going to see the Air Slash. Will he get the 60% flinch? I have never got it at the regionals that I wanted to.
Right? Togekiss. Togen knows.
But it does.
Is it bulky enough, though, to lift that hit?
Oh, it's targeting Kangaskhan. That's not going to pick up the knockout. Tailwind does beat her out, though, so Salamence might actually come here. And it's Danny's choice.
Oh, Seismitoad. Alright. And we actually do have a result coming in. Giovanni actually just won in top 8 against Simon Yip. Giovanni was the 8th seed, and Simon was...
seed.
The first seed, yeah. So we do have an upset in our first match in the top cut.
Yeah. Then again, I don't think Simon's played Pokemon in like ages, to be honest. So here,
Yo.
wow, we're gonna see if we draw for Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan's gonna win draw.
Aegislash. Now, if Chris went for Earth Power or Scald, that's gonna hurt some. But Muddy Water's gonna come out.
That's gonna actually lower the accuracy of both Pokemon.
It has a chance to lower.
Yeah, a chance to lower, but it could.
Yeah, I
Oh no! Well, all right, that's actually really good for Danny.
Yeah, the
because what was it, a 30% chance?
30% chance.
He actually broke out pretty well there, and the Flash Cannon is going to take down Togekiss, maybe. Yeah, so that is going to take it down.
Now,
But you got the advantage of the speed.
I'm not sure though. Rain does stop here. Now, I don't know if Tailwind with Aegislash is a good thing or a bad thing, usually because you want King Shield, to be honest, and you want to be slower so you don't get hit.
He switched to this turn, which I think he did too, so he can shield the next. Is what I found. As I used to run the Tailwind speed set exactly how to be Teraki and under Tailwind with Aegislash. It's very useful with the mind games, especially is he running with this post? Do we know?
Danny?
Yeah.
He's running leftovers.
He's running leftovers. Even with that, he can still do a lot of damage on the rebound.
Now,
So it's really a matter of mind games from this point on. Danny is down by a Pokemon, so he does have to tread carefully.
Danny can fake out the Seismitoad. Maybe he has substitute. He hasn't revealed it and wants to go. I would probably see Wide Guard now that I'm thinking about
We do
it.
see the Protect up on the side. Did he fake out or did he sucker punch the Aegislash?
But we're going to see Double Protect, so whatever happens is useless. It really depends on if Aegislash goes for a substitute. I'm guessing it's Wide Guard because of Volcarona.
I would, yeah, that would make sense.
As we see the double S range, the Seismitoad makes sense.
He is really offensive, so.
Now
The substitute there would have actually made a huge difference in the momentum of the battle.
yeah.
Because right now, Chris is pulling it back.
I think if he had a substitute, he would have went for it, so I doubt it has it. Now the question is, does Shadow Ball KO Chris's Aegislash at that range?
Only if it's faster.
It's faster in the
If
tail.
it, since it is, yeah, but since Aegislash is faster now, it's forced to King Shield, which basically
He doesn't have to
touch
King
the-
Shield. He can double edge the Seismitoad and Shadow Ball.
Could do that, but the problem with that is it opens the Aegislash to be knocked out this turn, and he needs the leverage, especially with that Salamence moving in the background.
Actually, then again, wouldn't double edge recall knock out the Kangaskhan at this range? Right?
Well, what he could do too is sucker punch the Aegislash, which is a safe move there, and honestly go for a King Shield.
Yeah, but
His chances
if
are-
Muddy Water happens, he's pretty much in trouble.
Yeah, but he's gonna go straight on for the double edge. A lot of pressure there on the Seismitoad. That is gonna bring me.
That's gonna knock it out.
That's gonna knock it out.
Yeah, Seismitoad's not a bulky Pokemon. I mean, it's usually special bulky in singles, but in VGC, I bet it's just the fastest person.
Fortunately, though, his Kangaskhan is gonna go down as well.
Now, Aegislash did not stand shade. Probably went for a Shadow Ball. It does go for a Shadow Ball. Will it knock out the Aegislash? This will determine the game. It lives. We see the weakness policy from Chris, so that's his item on Aegislash.
Probably be game here.
That's definitely going to be game here. So Chris is going to take the series 2-0. Very impressive win against I Am Jabberwocky, who's a very skilled player. Top 4 at the regionals, like he did say.
It's a very solid team. Came down. Was that? Do you think that was damage roll? Or do you think it was just lit? I could have sworn that it was light.
He doesn't have max HP, so it might depend on how much special defense he has.
I did. Yeah, so we do have a result since